Hi everybody, this is Andre of the Three-Way Tribe. Today I would like to talk to you about our day trip to Tarpon Springs. We had to hand over Odie, one of our last puppies, somewhere in the area north of St. Petersburg, so we decided to stop by in Tarpon Springs. Tarpon Springs is a small city of around 25,000 people, about 45 minutes north of St. Petersburg, and it has the highest Greek population in the United States. We had about half a day to spend at Tarpon Springs, so we headed straight to the Sponge Docks, which is a very pretty area. There's a river. On that river there's the fishing boats and sponge boats, and on the other side is shopping. There's a lot of stores, like grocery stores, souvenir shops, clothing, sponges. There's a sponge museum in the area, and Mommy loves shopping, so we followed her from shop to shop. But the kids had fun too. They went inside and found a bunch of souvenirs and stuff to play with. They also offer boat tours, and you can see manatees if you're lucky. The boat tours, they have different cruises. They go during the daytime, or you can go in the evening, like on a romantic boat trip or something like that. So.
What are you finding? What? No, I wanted both of these. It's my birthday.
You want it for your birthday?
Mom, now you don't need your baby. Now you don't need a...
You think maybe we can put some formula in there, or some breast milk in there?
Tarpon Springs is known as the sponge capital of the world, or so we were told. It started in 1880 when the first person started the business harvesting sponges in Tarpon Springs. Later on, a bunch of people from Greece came over from the Greek islands, where they also have a history of harvesting sponges. That's why the Greek heritage. There's even a movie shot in Tarpon Springs that tells about the hardship of the people going out to sea and harvesting the sponges and having to make do with what they can find. Because Tarpon Springs is such a pretty city, it has been a background for a bunch of other movies as well. In 1947, a tide of red algae wiped out all the sponge fields, and a lot of the fishermen had to change their jobs, became shrimp fishermen or did something else. They left the area, so it was a tough time for people at Tarpon Springs. And I think that's what the movie is about. In the 80s again, though, the same thing happened in Europe, in the Mediterranean, and the sponge fields in the Mediterranean got wiped out, and there was a boom in Tarpon Springs.
Ready for some Greek food?
think there's a hole because there's like this piece of there's this piece of cardboard taped to the wall, which is weird. A piece of cardboard taped to the wall.
Okay.
So duct tape solves everything.
We can go into this restaurant. They have dogs sitting in a patio, and they'll give us some water for the dogs.
Okay. And with all the Greek heritage, of course, there's a lot of Greek restaurants. We went to one that's called Mama's.
Nighttime, daytime. You don't get for these? Well, then
This one is mine.
This girl's the real deal.
We shared a bunch of Greek appetizers and entrees. We had saganaki, which is a fried and flambéed cheese. We had a spicy feta dip, scordalia, moussaka, and grilled octopus. What we do normally is we share all the plates and the kids get to try everything, and I was surprised how much they enjoyed everything. I mean, pita bread and feta cheese, that's what we eat at home as well occasionally, but then to have all the other things that they enjoyed, that was really nice to see. The kids loved it and we tried something new, so great success. We would have loved to see the Cathedral of St. Nicholas or the Shrine of St. Michael, both Greek Orthodox churches, but we did not have enough time. But we had time for a small photo shoot and left, and it was getting dark. Tarpon Springs is close to Homosassa Springs State Park, where you can see manatees, where you can rent a kayak and just be out in nature and have a good time. We didn't have time this time, but hopefully another time we can stop by and see all that.